All right, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday, the 13th. It is a long weekend this weekend, so I just want to get this stuff done quickly. Last night, we had given out a whole bunch of signals based on the synthetic divergence for trading options on a daily chart. Now, I'm going to show you what those signals look like. I'm going to show you the actual signals that they were, and all that stuff today. 13 out of 13 of them went in the right direction this morning, and two of them, well, at least two of them went over 200%. The options went up over 200% so far, and it's only the middle of the day. Well, they're going to expire today, so you would want to take profit on that at this point. But yeah, if you haven't taken a free trial with us, then go here to tv-trades.com, tvtrades.com. Click on any one of these orange buttons. It'll drop you all the way down to the bottom. It's $25 a week after the free 3-day trial. $25 a week, or $90 a month, or $9.97 a year. Okay. If you want a deal on the annual, I can give you a deal on the annual. Break down to about $17.25 a week is what it works out to. I'll give you a deal on the annual. You just got to email support at targetviewtrades.com, support at targetviewtrades.com, and just put annual discount in the subject line. And I'll send you a link for an annual discount. Okay? Now, these are the actual 13 symbols that I had suggested last night. Alright, and you can see I did that at 11:45 p.m. last night. What I'm going to show you is what you should do each day if you want to do this. What you can do, you don't have to do it each day, but what you can do each day at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. Alright, be able to trade options on this stuff. You can buy the options the day before, because a lot of times these things are going to gap at the open. Alright, so these are the symbols that I suggested last night. These were all last night at 11, well, almost midnight. Okay, and of those symbols, here's 8 of them, but I wanted to show you just one thing. This was the night before last night. I had suggested these couple of symbols. This was a put I had suggested on GILD, and that went up 92% yesterday, and that one went up over 200% today, going the opposite direction. The call went up over 200% today. That was a put, and this was a put from yesterday. It went up over 800%. That was an Apple put. Went up 800% yesterday. Apple didn't have a signal for today. But I just wanted to show you those things there, because now these are these are 8 out of 8, and I'm going to go through those in just a second here. Okay, there were those 8, and then there were these 5 right here. Now, as I didn't go through and make pictures out of everything, but the GILD one right here is GILD. This is today. Now, this was a call. Yesterday it was a put that went up 92%. Today it was a call, went up over 200%. QCOM went up 67%. Vertex went up over 90%. QLAC went up 11%. CRWD crowd went up over 270%. Just crazy numbers. Alright, and this is a really simple process. Really, really simple process that you guys can do every day. Okay, now using the synthetic range, well, it's using the TV trades range trigger, right? But within it, we have the synthetic divergence. And all you have to do at the end of the day, these are the 5 symbols, the last 5 symbols that I just showed you there. These are them. And what I saw at the end of the day, or midnight last night when I was looking at it, was what you're looking for is this on a daily chart. And this isn't really giving it right now, but you want to see price go through, well, let me, hang on a sec. Okay. Alright, so what I had done is I created this huge watch list, and what I do at the end of the session is at like 3:45, so I just go through the watch list, and I just start checking off symbols. And when I look at the symbol, I see, did it satisfy the requirement? So like right here at Tesla, you see how the blue is outside of the cover? It went through the blue, but the blue is outside of the cover, so that's not a signal. But look at right here. This is GILD today. Alright, actually, let's do QLAC. This was KLAC. I think that was given the right signal. Yeah. Yesterday, we wanted to see that go through the blue and come outside the cover. This was yesterday's signal last night. That said to buy the open, and the open went way up on the KLAC today. Alright, so now we don't know what it's going to do yet, but if it were to close up right now, if this were to cross the blue and close outside the cover, that is the synthetic divergence line right there, that red one. If that were to cross the blue and close outside the cover, then that would be a signal. So yesterday, let's just look at right here on crowd. This is what I was looking at yesterday on this. We crossed the blue stayed within the cover, and the synthetic divergence came outside the cover. It can go to the edge of the cover or come outside the cover, but it can't stay within the cover, like something in here is within the cover. That's all I'm looking for, alright? So at the end of the session, if you just go through and you click on every one of these and see what it looks like down there at the bottom, the ones that do meet the criteria, you just say, okay, those are trades that I'm going to look for in the morning. Or what you can do at that point is look at the options. If it crosses like that one that I was just looking at a second ago, whatever it was that I was looking at a second ago. See, yesterday it was Starbucks yesterday. Right here, it went through the corner right up there. It said to sell the open yesterday morning. Right there, sell the open yesterday morning. Today it went through last night. Right here, it said to buy the open. So today could have bought the open right there, and it ran up in the beginning. It's not looking so good right now, but it did run up in the beginning. But that's what you're looking for, all right? And you can buy the options like yesterday. It said to buy call options. I'm going to put options at the beginning of the day, and those went up over 200% yesterday. Today it said to buy call options. I didn't look at the Starbucks ones yet, but I'm sure they probably did have some opportunity in there, some gain in there, and probably right now they're not sitting on a high gain because the options are going to expire today. But that's as simple as it is, and that is how you would do it with everything else too. If we just go to the NQ here, for instance, we'll bring this out to the NQ, we'll put it on the H contract, and we'll go to like a 39 range. Okay, so here on the 39 range, all you're looking for in here for a signal is price to pass through right here, like this. Pass through the blue when the blue is within the cover. The synthetic divergence passes through, gets to the edge of the cover, or goes outside the cover. You buy the open of the next bar right there. Right here, it just nicked the corner right there, but it got outside it. You would sell the open of the next bar. Over here, this is perfect right here. This is the signal I like. Goes through it, gets outside it, you buy the open of the next bar. Okay, it's as simple as that. Right here, gets through it, gets outside it, you sell the open of the next bar. Over and over and over again. Again there, again there. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Okay? Alright, so let me slow down. It just struck me that I was talking really, really fast. Right here. This one here, it passed through the corner right there, got outside it, you would sell the open of the next bar. Right here, it passed through it, got to the edge, you would buy the open of the next bar right there. This one here went right through it right there, got outside it, you would sell the open of the next bar. Right here, went through it, got outside it, you would buy the open of the next bar. That's the first one right there that didn't work. Right here, it nicked the corner, got outside of it, you would sell the open of the next bar. You see, it's as simple as that. This right here is what I really like to see, but remember, we're looking at it in hindsight. When you're looking at it in real time, this is what it looks like. It looks like that right there. So you would buy the open of the next bar. Buy the open of the next bar right there. You see that? 39 range bars, all right? So right there, you would have bought the open of the next bar, and you see how this one didn't go through it and the blue got outside? Blue got outside the cover, so you're not doing anything right there. That means it's going to continue. Okay? Really simple stuff. Really, really simple stuff. And if you go to the daily chart and you apply this to any equity that you want, I was picking equities, the ones that I was choosing. I made a watch list that had 97 of the stocks in the NASDAQ 100 list. But you can do any symbol. Like, let's just do this, a company I used to work for. I don't know what it looks like. This right here would not be a signal. Okay, right here would not be a signal because it didn't go through the cover to get outside of it. But right over here, it was a signal. Right on a daily chart, right here was a signal. And right here, if I saw that, I would have bought call options. At the close of business on the 5th, I would have bought call options. And the very next day, you can see right there, it just ran up. And it gapped up because this closed all the way down here and it gapped all the way up to there and ran up to there. So between here and here at the open, you would have made probably a couple 100% at the open of that candle. This stuff happens again and again and again. All right, I don't think I've made it with options, stuff like this. This is the easiest thing I've ever created with options. I mean, you can see it. This is a daily chart. Right here, it went through it, got to the bottom on the close of business on the 7th. Right before the close, you would have bought call options. Right there, you would have just made a ton of money. Right there. Again and again and again. All right, if you haven't taken the free trial, go to tv-trades.com. tv-trades.com. Sign up for the trial there. All right? So that's it. Have a great and safe weekend. Hopefully be in touch with some of you guys over the weekend here. But make good decisions. Got a long weekend this weekend. We'll see you back next week.